I'm Agaba Jude, the Dean School of Allied Health Sciences at Kampala International University. We train mainly in health professionals education, but personally I'm in charge of allied health training, that is clinical officers at both diploma and bachelor's level, as well as medical laboratory scientists, that is bachelor's, and medical laboratory technologists, that is diploma in medical laboratory technology. So what we want them to know is that all of them are basically down-to-earth health professionals that are meant for source-limited settings. In summary, I can say they are very sensitive. They pick all the illnesses and manage or refer accordingly. So they are actually the first people in the health chain of healthcare provision. In all hospitals and health centers, you'll find clinical officers in outpatient, helping to screen out which patient needs what, and then they can refer or manage depending on their competences. For the diploma, it is a 3-year program, beginning with biomedicals in the first year, plus a few pathological trainings, and then in the second year, they start clinicals and wind up in third year and join the field as our basic primary healthcare professionals, and they are the majority. Then of recent, looking at our neighbors and trying to be global, because like Kenya, we have learned that with the bachelors, there's a bigger impact on healthcare, and KIU, we are pioneering this. We already have graduates who are now having in their internship, and the reports are that people can't wait for more. So we have a bachelor's in clinical medicine, and it's actually now the hottest cake in KIU, and we believe that in the near future we shall be sending out many more professionals at bachelor's level to continue our good service of our diploma graduates. Initially, there was resistance because there is that tendency to resist change, but change eventually changes you, because the products who are not even licensed, we had like a few graduates as we struggled to license them. But what they were doing, the reports, the feedback back to the regulatory bodies actually made and endeared them to the people. And as of now, we can say we are legally training an accredited BCM program. We thank all the stakeholders, including our association, which highlighted the impact, giving the relevant examples of other countries. We thank the regulatory body, the Allied Health Professionals Council, and eventually the National Council for Higher Education, who really have come to agree that BCM is the way to go for primary healthcare provision, not only in Uganda, but even the globe at large. My dream as Dean School of Allied is to see a BCM graduate or a Bachelor of Clinical Medicine and Community Health graduate being recognized globally. My dream is that we link up with physician assistants from United States of America and elsewhere. We get an equivalent with standardized training, so that from KIU, a graduate can go and work in anywhere in the world without fear of favor. Because nowadays, people don't know actually that the training is so good. Sometimes we are underlooked, but the training is so good, my dears. So my dream is to see a graduate of clinical medicine going to work wherever he wants and wherever there is need. For the world, I want first of all to tell the world that Uganda's healthcare depends on allied health professionals even more than you can imagine. Because most health centers, about 90% of the workforce regarding seeing patients, clerking, and making a diagnosis, it is clinical officers who do. And right now, like in using this district, Pushenyi, where this hospital is, we have about 15 health centers, but 9 of them are run by clinical officers, so you can imagine. So already the healthcare provision in Uganda is under clinical officers. I want people to know, and I believe that it's a channel. I also challenge myself. Let us show the world what clinical officers are doing, and with now the advent of bachelor clinical officers, the sky can only be the limit.